It's just 4th of July, right? I've been living with Nessa for 3 months. And I go home because something happened. Me and Jaden got in an argument. I went home and wanted to go home. I lived 2 hours away. And then I called Nessa the next day. Hey, can I come up? I want to, the Hype House at the time.
Right.
You know. I was like, can I come with you? I'm going to go. You know, I just wanted my mind off of everything that's going on. She said, no. Nobody wants you here. Nobody likes you. And then that's it. And so at that point, I knew she got with Chase. And I hate to bring this up because I know this is really sensitive to a lot of people. I love Charlie. I love Chase. I love Josh. I love Nessa. So I don't mean to bring this up. But I know she'll come out and say this because I'm a bitch for this.
Right.
So she was being rude to me. And I was like, in my head, I was like, I'll be a bitch. You want to be a bitch? I'll be a bitch harder.
Right.
Me and Jaden were talking again. He texted me the day after. Jaden texts me. I go hang out with Jaden. And then I was talking to Jaden. We were hanging out. And I was like, hey, this is eating me alive. So I just want to tell someone. You can't tell Josh, though. I don't want to hurt his feelings. I was like, Nessa got with Chase. At that point, that was like one of Josh's best friends.
And was he dating Charlie at the time?
No. Okay. Nobody was dating. So it wasn't technically cheating, but that's still like bro code, girl code. Right. I was laying in the same bed as Chase and Nessa. It's a studio apartment. I was in the bed with them. Okay.
Oh.
I look over at Chase, and Chase goes, shh. I fell back asleep. So I tell Josh, because Jaden said, if you don't tell Josh, I will.
Right.
I was like, you know what? I told you, I'll tell Josh. We called Josh. He was on his way home from Vegas. And we said, hey, we have something to tell you. He goes, I swear to God, if you're about to tell me what I know you're about to tell me, I'm going to be really fucking mad. He already had a feeling.
Like you had a feeling now.
Yeah. So it gives me chills. Ugh, it's so gross. So he came home, and I was about to say it. And then all the guys, Cooper, Jaden, everyone that was there goes, Nessa got with Chase. And he threw the ring light. Threw it. So pissed. Done with Nessa. Nessa called me crying and saying, your relationship with Jaden's not going to work out, so you better take blame for me. You better say you got with Chase. You better say it wasn't me. You better do this, because she doesn't know I told him. And she's like, your relationship with Jaden's going nowhere. My relationship with Josh is going somewhere. You better take the blame for it. Do it now. And I said, okay. I hung up. Didn't do it, because I'm the one who told him.
Right.
She ended up finding out I told him, and I said, yes, I did. I'm not going to deny it.
Right.
Bitchy move. But what she did was a bitchy move, too. And at that point, I didn't even think she was my friend anymore.
Right.
Months go by. I'm with Jaden. She's with Josh. We meet in a room, and we're like, hey, I forgive you. I'm sorry. I love you. I want to be friends with you again. Just let's forget the past. We were stupid, immature, young girls. We're over it.
Right.
She was becoming one of my best friends again. We were getting... And the fact that he called me crazy, I don't fucking blame him at all. Because I did release that video of that edit, and I never realized when me posting that I'd be hurting Josh.
Yeah.
But I was, because that is literally his ex-girlfriend, so
Right.
I'm an idiot for posting it. I feel like I had every right to post it because I was mad, and it was my feelings, but I honestly didn't have to post it on social media, and I did. So I just want to say sorry to Josh, because I love him.
I think he'll respect that a lot. But when you posted it, I think any girl can relate. Like, when you think that your boyfriend is being fucking shady on you or cheating on you, whatever the fuck, like, I'm sorry, but your eyes just glaze over and you're gonna do whatever
you
the
just
fuck
get
you
mad.
want.
I mean, you lose self-control, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so mad, and then you make stupid decisions.
But then if people are like, okay, but like she should know better because she has a platform, I don't think so. If I was fucking 18, I'm posting that video.
Literally,
are you fucking kidding
whether
me?
I have a platform. Okay, so I broke my phone this morning. Okay, not this morning, but I broke my phone one morning, and Jaden was going to Laguna with Nessa, Cooper, Quentin, their manager, and Nessa's manager, Bree.
Okay.
And they were going, they've had that plan for like a week now, and he went, and I was like, okay, I don't care, go with your friends, go for it, because Cooper, Quentin, and Jaden all live together now. And I was like, go for it. Cooper's mom wants to celebrate them, like her son moving out, and she wants to make dinner for them. Do it, go for it. They went, okay? I broke my phone that morning. Something happened, I broke my phone, and he gave me his phone, okay?
Oh, God.
My own boyfriend gave me his phone because he did it for a safety reason. Oh my gosh, I'm leaving. My girlfriend doesn't have a phone. Let me give her mine. He comes back into the house after he left 10 minutes later and is like, give me my phone. And I was like, why? And he was like, my manager, I'm not going to say her name, my manager thinks that you convinced me to give me your phone because, like, you broke yours. That's your fault. You broke it. So now his manager convinced him that he was wrong for
just giving you his phone
for a safety reason, okay? And I was like, okay, fine. He has an iPad, right?
Oh, fuck.
So he gave me his iPad.
Okay.
But before he gave me his phone, he deleted a message on his phone because I saw it. You know when you see someone's phone and they're like this and they go like that and it delete? I saw that motion, and I'm like, maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm just crazy. And I was like, did you delete something off your phone before you handed it to me? And he goes, No, I swear to God. He swore to God. I swear to God. No, I didn't. Okay?
But if I know better, it's going to be on the fucking iPad.
It's on the iPad, right?
Fucking idiot.
Okay, so I have his iPad. I did not think anything of it go through his iPad, nothing. I was like, no, it's his privacy. I'm not going to go through it. I didn't go through his phone when I had it. I didn't go through his iPad.
Right.
Later that night, he hasn't answered me at all the whole day. Usually, I was at a darty, which is a day party.
Right.
They were swimming. I was in a swimsuit. He's always very, very protective. Not jealous in a way.
Right.
He's very protective. He was very like, hey, he was text messages with his manager because Nessa's name didn't pop up.
Right.
And went on the text with his manager. And there's a text from him that says, I'm coming to Laguna. And then there's voice recordings from him. And then he says, delete those. Don't save them. She doesn't save them. Then she sends 2 voice recordings of her saying, I'm so glad you're coming. That makes me so happy. The feelings are mutual between you and Nessa. You just have to make sure you're not with Mads. I'm so glad Mads isn't coming. You just have to break up with her. Hopefully this time you'll have another moment, meaning him and Nessa, and that hopefully you guys can pursue what you already started. So in my mind, my heart's racing hella fucking fast. My blood is boiling. You know, as a girl, that is my boyfriend. I'm like,
you pressed play on these voice messages. I pressed play,
and I'm such an idiot that I didn't screen record these, but I swear on my life they are real. Because I have a text with Jaden that says about the voice recordings, and he says, you have one chance to tell me the fucking truth. I was like, I just want the truth, Jaden. He said, okay. He was like, I don't like you anymore. And he told me he doesn't like me anymore, which I believe him, because we just weren't happy. We weren't healthy, and we weren't making each other happy. Like I said, you can't make another person happy if you're not happy yourself.
Right.
So it was like a God thing. It was kind of like, okay, we jumped into our relationship too quick of trying to make each other happy, and it didn't work.
But you don't go cheat on someone, go behind their back, end it cleanly.
And so that was why we broke up. Not because of Nessa, not because of anything that was happening, not because he went to Laguna. Just we weren't happy. Right. And we should have broken up 2 weeks ago, but we didn't. Love the kid. I wish him the absolute fucking best. He told me the night before, first thing he said,
what?
Don't tell Josh. And I'm like, why? If you didn't do anything wrong, Josh has every right to know of those voice recordings and their manager and Nessa's intentions, because obviously their intentions were to get Jaden to like Nessa, to be with Nessa, but to break up with me.
Why do you think the manager gives a fuck?
In my opinion, I think it was for clout.
I agree.
I think they're brainwashing him into wanting Nessa to be together because
it looks good. They're on the fucking
They're on the same
shows.
song together, which also, I just want to say, screw every person who says I'm jealous of the song. That song is so good. I'm so proud of them. I mean, Kimmel, Ellen, that's so cool.
Amazing.
So cool. Amazing. Literally, I'm not jealous.
But how would you feel if your boyfriend then all of a sudden it makes sense what's happening?
Okay,
and
so
then
Josh says on the podcast that I'm calling him crazy, or calling him I'm crazy. I'm calling him thousands of times. I called him twice. I said, hey, it's important. He said, okay, you can text it. And I was like, no.
I want to talk to you.
No, I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
He obviously, if it was me, I would run to my friend and be like, why is your ex texting me?
Right.
They didn't know we were broken up at that point. So Josh is like, yo, your girlfriend. He's probably like, yo, your girlfriend's calling me. What's going on? Jaden didn't tell him anything.
Dude, clearly because I was on BFF's podcast and literally Josh was like, I really hope, like, it's not true. I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true. This poor guy is walking around in his fucking best friend. And I'm going to clarify again.
They did not get with each other. I believe they didn't get with each other. So I'm just going to continue to believe that they didn't get with each other. But he still did that. He still went to Laguna. He still lied to me about the message he deleted. He still lied to me that seeing her, he literally saw her all the time.
Yeah.
And I always told him, you know, that was my best friend. Now she's my, like, enemy kind of. Please tell me if she's ever somewhere. You would want that.
Absolutely.
You would want, if you were in my position, you would want that if that one guy was there.
Absolutely.
It's called respect. It's not called being crazy. It's not called being controlling. It's called fucking respect in a relationship.
Dude, there's nothing worse than finding something out when you're not supposed to find it out by someone that you're supposed to be able to fucking trust.
Literally.
Like, where's the fucking loyalty?
Literally. So